Okay, so that's the busy road overhead, so I'm going underneath now to another patch that probably will yield more success. Remember, it's still quite early, so I'm expecting Vuminji or wild garlic to start to come into season by March, early March onwards. But for now, it's just the younger ones, which are still edible, but maybe for specific stuff, for salads, etc. So the path along the river Esk is nearing the bridge. It's more on the right hand side if I'm coming from White Craig. So now this road lead up to this path lead up to the road. This is the path here. And on the right hand side, I'm looking for Vuminji, wild garlic. So let's see if the initial entry in to this patch of wild garlic. And yes, here we go. Wild garlic or Vuminji, spot on. Already I start to see some plants. As you can see, foraging is funny. It depends on the area you're in, but also what region, what part of a particular area, of that particular area you are foraging. As you can see, so many more wild garlic just by moving a few yards. And I noticed that plant that I don't know the name of, it's still in abundance further up the hill, but even so there are plenty wild garlic plants to be seen. So this is a better region. I wish I could give it a name to identify it in its own right. Yes, it's along the revised path, but for identification, I don't know. Hello. So there we go. So you have this. This is really beautiful. Unlike the last area that was a lot steeper. So here we've got more of a gentle slope, and as we go up further, it starts to get steeper. So this is good, because what it means is chances for foraging is a lot more productive, because wild garlic or Vuminji is more accessible at ground level. I can't wait for when they're larger. Look. So I'm continuing on the right hand side along the reverse path from the White Craig direction, and now let me go further in and here we start to see Vuminji everywhere. Vuminji. Amazing, isn't it? Just how a little further ahead and the landscape for forageable products changed significantly. Maybe because, well, I can't get into details as to why this area is a lot more fertile for plant. Maybe, I don't know, maybe better soil, foliage, etc. And it's a more gentle area. But there are areas when you're foraging for Vuminji that's along a slope and it's still filled with forageable products, forageable plants. Look, it's everywhere now. Isn't that great? And even if I go further in, because this is ideal because you want to see also the depth inwards from the main path where you can find wild garlic, because that now gives an indication as to the extent of which the foraging area is viable. And look at this. I mean, I'm getting excited over vegetable growing in the wilds. Then you go to the supermarket and you have to pay hefty price for spinach. That's not in season, right? At this time in the UK, have to be imported from abroad. While we have forageable stuff in our backyard. Obviously, spinach come into season during summer, late spring in the UK, summer onwards. So, but for now, can look forward to wild garlic or fuminji. Just look how productive this region is. Rich in nutrients, all the foliage from autumn, fallen leaves start to leach their nutrients into the soil that have built up over years, but also the remaining of it becomes part of the soil, ideal for forageable products. Look along the ground. Look at the fuminji. It's amazing, isn't it? It is so awesome. Right along the hillside, all those higher plants bunched together, that these bunches of plants you see are wild garlic or fuminji. Wow. I love this patch. It's very nice. Very nice. Just look. Right along. We identify wild garlic. And look at the size of this. This size is forageable, because chances are sometime when they're fully in season, some of them don't grow taller than that. Sometimes. So there's wild garlic to be had at this early stage by cutting from the larger plants. This one isn't bad, as you can see. By June though, there'll be, so it's this high. By June, it will rise above to about here. In some cases, some plants, and start to flower by May, June. So this ground is very fertile. Wow. And washed with plants. Edible plants. Let me get back on the so right along for under the bridge, right over to my right hand side, up the hill. It's hard for the camera to do justice by showing the extent to which the fuminji is growing even along the hillside. I have to go close up because the plants aren't that big yet, but it's very promising. This year is very promising for fuminji or wild garlic. So here we go again.